Hi everybody, this review is on the movie Top Gun. So the plot of this movie is there's a school called the Top Gun Naval Fighter Weapons School, and where all the pilots train for their fighting skills to be uh, fighter pilots. And this guy named Maverick, played by Tom Cruise, well, Maverick's not his real name, but you know, everybody just calls him Maverick. He is sent to the school, and he kind of has like a bad boy attitude. He's kind of cocky, and he's tries to be the cool guy, and he really gets caught up in competition with a bunch of other pilots, and specifically he's in competition with a pilot named Iceman, played by Val Kilmer, and he and they both compete each other to be the top pilot. And it's not just a two guys competing movie. No, um he's attracted to this flight instructor named Charlotte Blackwood, played by Kelly McGillis, who Maverick's in love with. So he tries to test all his fighter pilot skills to get the attention of her, and he tries to get the girl and become a worthy good pilot. So yeah, it's kind of a romance, kind of a not really, but more of an action, kind of a drama movie in a way. It's not a lot of action, but yes, I know I've said time and time again I never saw this movie, but I finally got the chance to watch this a couple days ago. And how is it? It's pretty good. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, I know this is a kind of love it or hate it movie. Like some people think this is an 80s classic. Some people think like okay, I wouldn't say love it or hate it cuz like some people think this is a classic, some people just think it's average. Me, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I think if you really know what kind of movie you're getting into, I think you'll definitely really be satisfied because the this movie it definitely has an 80s cheese to it because obviously like the characters are kind of stock, but they're still likable. Like that's kind of what the thing is about the main character Maverick. He's kind of the cocky cool guy like you'd expect from the 80s. He kind of has a dude bro attitude, he but he's likable. Like you want to see him succeed. You want him to see him become a good pilot. You want him to get the girl, and that's what I like about him, especially given I do like Tom Cruise as an actor. Tom Cruise's performance, I think, really sells it. Like he's not just a stereotype. He's actually a character you're invested in, and that's what I like about him as the lead as Maverick. And him and Kelly McGillis, they do have really good chemistry with each other, and you especially do, like I said, you want them to get together because you really buy them, and you want to see them succeed because they're very likable in all the scenes they share. And Val Kilmer plays, of course, his rival Iceman, who, um, if you Val Kilmer, he was Batman in Batman Forever, if you didn't know. And I like him. He is definitely kind of like he's like the snarky bad boy, and he definitely him and Tom Cruise, they do share a lot of good scenes together as rivals, and it really brings conflict to the movie. It's not just a man trying to get a girl. Like there's other characters to it, and that's what I like about it. And like not just because that's the thing, because Maverick, not just with uh his girl or Iceman, like a lot of his friends even are have share good scenes together with him. Like especially there's this one friend he has named Goose, who and they definitely have a lot of great scenes together, and it really becomes emotional at one point. I'm not gonna say what happens, but let's just say it does get to you when you see them a lot together throughout the movie, and you definitely really enjoy it together. And the action, there's not a lot of action in this movie. I wouldn't really call this an action. Well, I guess there is a lot of scenes where they fly the jets and such, but not like there isn't a lot of stuff that blows up or anything. Which I guess maybe they didn't really have the tech to do that back then. I guess I'm sure we're gonna get more of that in the new one, which I am looking forward to, by the way. And And it's fun. Like, especially this movie was revolutionary at the time. Like all the flight scenes and just the sounds of the engines. Like, it really puts you in the experience. Well, it doesn't feel like you're in the movie, obviously, but like you definitely feel a sense of excitement, and that's definitely what I like about it. The like some people say, like, even if you think this movie's just average or if it's kind of weak, you can't argue that you can't deny that everything else about it is good when it comes to the sound and the action and all the flight scenes. Like, they're definitely very good, and they definitely make the movie worth watching. And the soundtrack, it's pretty good. Like, I think a lot of people say that, like, regardless what you think of this movie, just like that the soundtrack's amazing. I wouldn't say it's top tier for movie soundtracks, but it is good. I definitely do like the soundtrack. Like, it's definitely very 80s and definitely what you'd expect from an action movie from that era, and I do like it. So Top Gun, yeah, it's kind of a story-wise, it's kind of a simple cheesy 80s flick, but with the good performances, the fun characters, and the revolutionary flight scenes for the time definitely make it worthwhile. And I do think if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth a watch. And I definitely liked this movie enough to see the sequel, which I hope to see this week sometime soon. I'm planning on it. So yeah, Top Gun. If you haven't seen it, it's worth a watch. I think it's a good movie. So that's my review of Top Gun. So see you next time.